Do you ever find yourself looking around, perhaps even in a room full of familiar faces, and feel a subtle, quiet sense of distance? A feeling that you're seeing the world through a slightly different lens than those around you. It's not that you don't care for them, not at all, but it's as if a new landscape has opened up within you, one that not everyone can see, or perhaps one they aren't ready to explore just yet. And in that space, a peculiar kind of loneliness can bloom, even amidst connection. If this resonates, please know you're not alone in feeling this way. So many of us, as we begin to turn inwards to listen more closely to the whispers of our own hearts and souls, encounter this very particular kind of solitude. It's a profound part of what we might call awakening, or what the wise Carl Jung referred to as the journey of individuation, the path to becoming more fully and truly ourselves. This journey, while incredibly beautiful and rewarding, can sometimes feel like walking a path that others don't quite understand, leading to what we might call a sacred isolation. It's almost like shedding an old skin. As we grow and change, as we start to peel away layers of old beliefs or ways of being that no longer serve us, things we picked up along the way, perhaps from family, society, or our own past experiences, we naturally start to vibrate at a different frequency. Think of it like tuning an instrument. As you find your unique note, you might not harmonize with every other instrument in the orchestra in the same old way. Some connections might feel strained, or conversations might not flow as easily as they once did. This isn't a failing on anyone's part. It's simply a sign of your inner world shifting, expanding. And while this shedding is essential for growth, for making space for the new, more authentic you to emerge, it can leave us feeling a bit raw, a bit exposed, and yes, sometimes a bit lonely. Then there's the challenge of language. When you start to experience these deeper shifts, when you see the world with new eyes, the insights and feelings can be so profound, so personal, that finding the words to share them can feel almost impossible. How do you describe a vibrant inner sunrise to someone who is still navigating by the moon? How do you explain the music you're hearing inside when others can't perceive the melody? Carl Jung touched on this so beautifully when he said, "Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible." What I believe he meant for us in our everyday lives is that true connection isn't just about being physically present with others. It's about being able to share the truth of our inner experience, the things that truly light us up or weigh on our hearts. And when that channel of communication feels blocked, or when our evolving truths feel too strange or too vulnerable to share, a deep sense of isolation can creep in, even if we're surrounded by people. This path of individuation, this journey towards becoming your most authentic self, is by its very nature a unique one. No one else can walk it for you in your way. It means listening to that quiet inner voice, that internal compass, even when it guides you away from the well-trodden roads, away from the chorus of shoulds and supposed tos that society often sings. It means having the courage to be different, not for the sake of being different, but for the sake of being true to the deepest part of you. And sometimes, walking that unique path means walking alone for a little while, or at least feeling as though you are. It's not about superiority or thinking you're more awake than others, far from it. It's simply about honoring the call from within, a call to wholeness that demands your individual, heartfelt attention. But here's a gentle thought I want to offer you. What if this loneliness isn't a sign that you're lost or doing something wrong? What if instead it's a kind of sacred space, a quiet, holy ground where the deepest work of your soul is taking place? Perhaps this sacred isolation is a necessary part of the process. It's in these moments of solitude, when the noise of the external world fades just enough that we can truly begin to hear ourselves, perhaps for the very first time. It's where we can sit with the discomfort, meet the parts of ourselves we've kept hidden, those shadow aspects that Jung encouraged us to embrace, and begin to integrate them, becoming more whole, more complete. This solitude can be a profound teacher, a gentle friend if we allow it to be. It carves out the space needed for your authentic self to breathe, to strengthen, to finally be seen and heard by you. It's like a caterpillar in its chrysalis. From the outside, it might look like a period of inactivity, of complete isolation. But inside, an incredible, miraculous transformation is happening. That quiet, solitary time is absolutely essential for the butterfly to emerge in all its beauty. And so it can be for us. This period of feeling disconnected from the old, familiar world might just be the fertile darkness where your own unique wings are growing, preparing you for a new way of being. So, if you're in a season of your life where this feeling of loneliness is present as you awaken, try to meet it with kindness, with gentle curiosity. It doesn't mean you'll be alone forever, or that you'll never find your tribe, those souls who see and celebrate the real you. Often, as we become more truly ourselves, we begin to attract people who resonate with our authentic frequency, people who understand the language of our hearts. But the journey there can have these solitary, reflective stretches. This sacred isolation is often a testament to your courage, to your willingness to embark on the most important and intimate journey of all, the journey inward to the core of your being. It's a sign that you are listening, that you are growing, that you are becoming more of who you were always meant to be. What have your own experiences been with this kind of profound, sometimes solitary inner work? Does this idea of a sacred isolation resonate with you? And what helps you find comfort or meaning when the path feels a little lonely? I would genuinely love to read your reflections in the comments below. It's in sharing our stories that we often find we are less alone than we thought, and our collective wisdom can light the way. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, for allowing these thoughts to find a space in your day. Remember, even in the quiet moments when the path seems uniquely yours, you are part of a vast, interconnected web of life, and your journey is a precious, irreplaceable thread within it. Be incredibly gentle with yourself, sending you warmth and courage on your path. Until we meet again.